Can you make my pasta dish with garlic and oil sauce? Can you make my pasta dish with garlic and oil sauce? After 5 minutes he should trust. After 5 minutes he should trust. He will be happy if you give him a gift. He will be happy if you give him a gift. I have to attend a meeting this afternoon. I have to attend a meeting this afternoon. I need to book a hotel for my upcoming trip. I need to book a hotel for my upcoming trip. It's too hot to stay outside for long. It's too hot to stay outside for long. No hairdresser at night? No hairdresser at night? I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you said that. He commits a murder. He commits a murder. Sarah took a photo of the sunset. Sarah took a photo of the sunset. Will you be a songwriter later? Will you be a songwriter later? We should be economists every year. We should be economists every year. I agree. I agree. I'll have the caprese salad, please. I'll have the caprese salad, please. Can you be responsible? Can you be responsible? Traffic was heavy during rush hour. Traffic was heavy during rush hour. We will be volunteering at the local shelter on the weekends. We will be volunteering at the local shelter on the weekends. It is called. Put one through the crusher. Put one through the crusher. They go on vacation during the winter holidays. They go on vacation during the winter holidays. The weather is beautiful today. Let's go for a walk in the park. The weather is beautiful today. Let's go for a walk in the park. You are not behaving. You are not behaving. Can you be a pharmacist at dusk? Can you be a pharmacist at dusk? Will he not rest immediately? Will he not rest immediately? This camera is very advanced. This camera is very advanced. They go to the cinema every weekend. They go to the cinema every weekend. Shouldn't he lie often? Shouldn't he lie often? He had his car serviced at the dealership. He had his car serviced at the dealership. What a great party. What a great party. He takes pictures of the sunset. He takes pictures of the sunset. I produce. Turn into. Usually not an electrician. Usually not an electrician. Be adventurous. Be adventurous. Were we sometimes. Were we sometimes. Have we sold 2 evenings before? Have we sold 2 evenings before? Would you like to dance? Would you like to dance? By the way, I didn't understand why Tom came. By the way, I didn't understand why Tom came. I am determined to make a difference in the world. I am determined to make a difference in the world. This dress is affordable. This dress is affordable. My friend likes to play the guitar. My friend likes to play the guitar. The population of the country is increasing. The population of the country is increasing. My stomach hurts. My stomach hurts. Shouldn't it be reduced? Shouldn't it be reduced? Let me know if you want to go to the gym. Let me know if you want to go to the gym. Both options have their drawbacks. Both options have their drawbacks. I can try a different hairstyle. I can try a different hairstyle. Your nephew is rower. Your nephew is rower. Not much, just relaxing. Not much, just relaxing. I don't notice anything special about the current situation. I don't notice anything special about the current situation. Can it ever be destroyed? Can it ever be destroyed? I wish I had more motivation to exercise regularly. I wish I had more motivation to exercise regularly. He should not drive after drinking alcohol. He should not drive after drinking alcohol. Please remember this. Please remember this. You will be in control of your life. You will be in control of your life. They cost in a second. They cost in a second. Some of my favorite memories are from childhood. Some of my favorite memories are from childhood. I need an interpreter. I need an interpreter. They wouldn't build walls on a weekly basis. They wouldn't build walls on a weekly basis. Are there mother-in-law's songwriters? Are there mother-in-law's songwriters? Do I know you? Do I know you? How many chairs are there? How many chairs are there? I love the warm weather we have. I love the warm weather we have. Part of a meeting. Part of a meeting. Every kid loves ice cream. Every kid loves ice cream. His aunt is an art director. His aunt is an art director. They will be able to finish the project on time. They will be able to finish the project on time. You've never been an esthetician before. You've never been an esthetician before. He is walking along the river. He is walking along the river. He was running in the park when he sprained his ankle. He was running in the park when he sprained his ankle. He realizes his mistake. He realizes his mistake. We are similar in many ways. We are similar in many ways. Can I have garlic bread with pasta? Can I have garlic bread with pasta? We'll review. We'll review. They had a gardener mow and fertilize their lawn. They had a gardener mow and fertilize their lawn. Did you study French before your trip to Paris? Did you study French before your trip to Paris? What is your favorite animal? What is your favorite animal? We met at dawn. We met at dawn. You're welcome, but only if you promise to laugh at my jokes. You're welcome, but only if you promise to laugh at my jokes. Last year cannot be a historian. Last year cannot be a historian. Your uncle was a courier. Your uncle was a courier. I'm bombarding the block with my stereo. I'm bombarding the block with my stereo. We must be honest with ourselves and others. We must be honest with ourselves and others. Has to listen. Has to listen. His bike was stolen last night. His bike was stolen last night. These are your aspirations. These are your aspirations. My brother is an interviewer. My brother is an interviewer. Developer every month, right? Developer every month, right? He's too old to start a new career. He's too old to start a new career. His neighbor was a manufacturer. His neighbor was a manufacturer. He studied hard to get into a prestigious university. He studied hard to get into a prestigious university. I could swim when I was 5 years old. I could swim when I was 5 years old. I was walking my dog in the park when it started to rain. I was walking my dog in the park when it started to rain. I feel sick. I feel sick. Then I have to take it out. Then I have to take it out. I hope I helped. I hope I helped. Was his grandson a doctor? Was his grandson a doctor? It's your birthplace. It's your birthplace. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. We usually barbecue in the backyard. We usually barbecue in the backyard. Today is a nice day. Today is a nice day. Sympathetic. Sympathetic. Friend. Friend. Wouldn't he want it then? Wouldn't he want it then? The company had its website redesigned by a professional web developer. The company had its website redesigned by a professional web developer. I have to clean my room before my parents come. I have to clean my room before my parents come. They visited the museum to learn the history. They visited the museum to learn the history. If I was taller, I could reach the top shelf. If I was taller, I could reach the top shelf. Passionate about helping others. Passionate about helping others. 3. Yes, there is Wi-Fi in our hotel. 3. Yes, there is Wi-Fi in our hotel. Sorry, all our rooms face the parking lot. Sorry, all our rooms face the parking lot. Do you like cooking? Do you like cooking? I have a lot of experience in this field. I have a lot of experience in this field. Can destroy. Can destroy. Do you mind if I examine your eyes? Do you mind if I examine your eyes? This is a book. This is a book. Are we rarely worthy? Are we rarely worthy? The odds are that. The odds are that. It appears. It appears. Please set up a meeting. Please set up a meeting. Could you please repeat what you just said? Could you please repeat what you just said? Which language do you think? Which language do you think? Where will I find it? Where will I find it? Will you come in at night? Will you come in at night? Don't miss out. Don't miss out. I have to call my parents to check on them. I have to call my parents to check on them. He is interested in volunteering. He is interested in volunteering. I'll probably look into their eyes when I talk to them. I'll probably look into their eyes when I talk to them. Despite the criticism, she continued to follow her dreams. Despite the criticism, she continued to follow her dreams. What should I say? What should I say? Have you had a chance to read the book I recommended? Have you had a chance to read the book I recommended? Waves crashing on the shore. Waves crashing on the shore. Could you please turn off the lights before you go? Could you please turn off the lights before you go? I will finish this chapter and then take a break. I will finish this chapter and then take a break. Do you want an apple? Do you want an apple? It gets very frustrating sometimes. It gets very frustrating sometimes. Is your son a bishop? Is your son a bishop? Technology excellence. Technology excellence. They were having dinner when we arrived. They were having dinner when we arrived. English is easier than Chinese. English is easier than Chinese. He has dark hair and green eyes. He has dark hair and green eyes. By the time you move in, she will have found a new flat. By the time you move in, she will have found a new flat. We studied for the exam together. We studied for the exam together. I will play. I will play. Disagree. Disagree. Can't I die after one night? Can't I die after one night? Have you finished reading the book? They asked. Have you finished reading the book? They asked. They are very in love with each other. They are very in love with each other. Don't worry. Don't worry. The museum is very interesting. The museum is very interesting. Will not result. Will not result. Your wife is an alchemist. Your wife is an alchemist. We're throwing a party next weekend. We're throwing a party next weekend. He is capable of doing this. He is capable of doing this. On Sundays we play board games with our friends. On Sundays we play board games with our friends. Did you drape at noon? Did you drape at noon? Can you stop for a minute? Can you stop for a minute? Thanks for everything. Thanks for everything. Isn't he a jockey then? Isn't he a jockey then? Inclusive. Inclusive. Was your nephew a politician? Was your nephew a politician? Join us for a drink after work. Join us for a drink after work. The company is expanding its business internationally. The company is expanding its business internationally. The Democratic candidate pledged to improve healthcare for all citizens. The Democratic candidate pledged to improve healthcare for all citizens. It's in pretty good shape. It's in pretty good shape. We can discuss the problem after lunch. We can discuss the problem after lunch. They argued for hours until they finally came to an agreement. They argued for hours until they finally came to an agreement. He couldn't get it every month. He couldn't get it every month. The letter was written in blue ink. The letter was written in blue ink. Didn't we invite you every day? Didn't we invite you every day? Which day? Which day? A physiologist a century later, right? A physiologist a century later, right? Were you a cashier a minute ago? Were you a cashier a minute ago? Can I see your ID? Can I see your ID? It was a team effort. It was a team effort. It could cost 2 years ago. It could cost 2 years ago. He came to Turkey. He came to Turkey. He loves swimming in the ocean. He loves swimming in the ocean. My goal is to travel the world. My goal is to travel the world. It could be a doctor's appointment. It could be a doctor's appointment. Metaphor. Metaphor. Can we usually do a hematologist? Can we usually do a hematologist? Wouldn't you be watching later at 3 a.m.? Wouldn't you be watching later at 3 a.m.? I need an interpreter. I need an interpreter. Paddle your own canoe. Paddle your own canoe. Is he rarely a teacher? Is he rarely a teacher? Please take a look too. Please take a look too. I found this place very interesting. I found this place very interesting. Here's your change. Here's your change. I need to see a therapist. I need to see a therapist. Neighbor swimmer. Neighbor swimmer. The computer crashed during the presentation. The computer crashed during the presentation. Didn't you get organized right away? Didn't you get organized right away? We have been living in this house since 2010. We have been living in this house since 2010. Our teacher standing at the front of the class is our new English teacher. Our teacher standing at the front of the class is our new English teacher. Do you think I'm cute? Do you think I'm cute? Will there be a midwife later at 3 a.m.? Will there be a midwife later at 3 a.m.? We will go skiing in winter. We will go skiing in winter. They will get married next month. They will get married next month. Did I do something wrong? Did I do something wrong? I worked in the garden all morning. I worked in the garden all morning. I want to go on vacation this summer. I want to go on vacation this summer. 1 minute later they are the magistrates. 1 minute later they are the magistrates. The clock ticks non-stop. The clock ticks non-stop. Should it sink? Should it sink? There is some sugar in the bowl. There is some sugar in the bowl. I'm meeting my friends at the park. I'm meeting my friends at the park. I'm going on vacation next month. I'm going on vacation next month. School ends at 3. School ends at 3. Didn't he understand the previous morning? Didn't he understand the previous morning? He should apologize for his behavior. He should apologize for his behavior. Can we reschedule the meeting? Can we reschedule the meeting? He has a meeting at 2 in the afternoon. He has a meeting at 2 in the afternoon. When the holiday is over, they will be 2 weeks away. When the holiday is over, they will be 2 weeks away. Are we hiding? Are we hiding? I did not repeat it at dawn. I did not repeat it at dawn. You couldn't have failed a century ago. You couldn't have failed a century ago. Your stepmother was a businessman. Your stepmother was a businessman. We have to be virologists every week. We have to be virologists every week. They are very excited about the project. They are very excited about the project. He has no fever. He has no fever. These books are all mine. These books are all mine. Today is a beautiful day. Today is a beautiful day. By the time you wake up, I'll already be at work. By the time you wake up, I'll already be at work. His comment was irrelevant to our conversation. His comment was irrelevant to our conversation. It was a lifesaver 4 centuries ago. It was a lifesaver 4 centuries ago. They rarely go to the theater. They rarely go to the theater. Your half-sister is the librarian. Your half-sister is the librarian. He is known for his thought-provoking writings on social issues. He is known for his thought-provoking writings on social issues. Didn't you vote 1 second ago? Didn't you vote 1 second ago? Can you help me carry these boxes? Can you help me carry these boxes? He was too excited to sleep last night. He was too excited to sleep last night. Do you want to buy? Do you want to buy? Her husband was a bricklayer. Her husband was a bricklayer. To shout. To shout. You can't promise every month. You can't promise every month. He may be late for the meeting. He may be late for the meeting. Too hot to drink coffee. Too hot to drink coffee. He likes to play tennis on weekends. He likes to play tennis on weekends. Let me think. Let me think. I'm sorry for what I said. I'm sorry for what I said. Didn't he say? Didn't he say? I'll have calamari salad as an appetizer. I'll have calamari salad as an appetizer. Was your father a manager? Was your father a manager? Can't we close every month? Can't we close every month? Can I have the menu, please? Can I have the menu, please? My daughter was a librarian. My daughter was a librarian. Worst case scenario. Worst case scenario. Can you lend me a pen, please? Can you lend me a pen, please? I have enough energy to finish the race. I have enough energy to finish the race. My son is a designer. My son is a designer. Can they serve? Can they serve? Without. The extra fit and fair guy is my favorite extra. The extra fit and fair guy is my favorite extra. She had been working as a nurse for years when she decided to change her career. She had been working as a nurse for years when she decided to change her career. Is her mother-in-law the referee? Is her mother-in-law the referee? They like to play football on the weekends. They like to play football on the weekends. Couldn't he be an auditor 2 minutes ago? Couldn't he be an auditor 2 minutes ago? Every day is a proxy. Every day is a proxy. Forget about it. Forget about it. The administration is responsible for the management of the school. The administration is responsible for the management of the school. Why can't I see it? Why can't I see it? Your test results are inconclusive. Your test results are inconclusive. Can you speak slower, please? I don't understand you. Can you speak slower, please? I don't understand you. Shouldn't I stay? Shouldn't I stay? They are playing football. They are playing football. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again. This is very challenging. This is very challenging. Be right back. Be right back. You will graduate from university in a few months. You will graduate from university in a few months. Trustworthy. Trustworthy. You can defend. You can defend. He wants to be a doctor in the future. He wants to be a doctor in the future. I'm not curious, I'm just curious. I'm not curious, I'm just curious. Mary has some questions for you. Mary has some questions for you. Yes, it was great. Yes, it was great. Shouldn't it be removed every week? Shouldn't it be removed every week? Can I refill my soda? Can I refill my soda? Your cousins are Forrester. Your cousins are Forrester. He enjoys playing video games in his spare time. He enjoys playing video games in his spare time. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? I have too many ideas. I have too many ideas. He rushed to finish his work before the deadline. He rushed to finish his work before the deadline. How to cook ribs. How to cook ribs. Were their grandchildren bus drivers? Were their grandchildren bus drivers? We want to visit the museum tomorrow. We want to visit the museum tomorrow. Going to parties is fun. Going to parties is fun. Do we continue? Do we continue? Would you like some help? Would you like some help? Her stepdaughters were librarians. Her stepdaughters were librarians. Everyone gathered around the campfire. Everyone gathered around the campfire. The car was parked in front of the house. The car was parked in front of the house. Can you give me some painkillers? Can you give me some painkillers? I'm sorry if I startled you. I'm sorry if I startled you. They organized a surprise birthday party for their friends. They organized a surprise birthday party for their friends. Who has a dream? Who has a dream? I learned. I learned. I had been waiting for an hour when the train finally arrived. I had been waiting for an hour when the train finally arrived. His daughter was a gymnast. His daughter was a gymnast. Consuming. Consuming. See you later. See you later. We hiked in the mountains all day. We hiked in the mountains all day. Is there a children's menu for children under 10? Is there a children's menu for children under 10? Can he handle the afternoon? Can he handle the afternoon? I will do the grocery shopping on the way home. I will do the grocery shopping on the way home. No problem. No problem. I need to send an email. Do you know where I can find a computer I can use? I need to send an email. Do you know where I can find a computer I can use? I have a cat, but I also want to get a dog. I have a cat, but I also want to get a dog. They do not recommend weekly. They do not recommend weekly. Would you like some help? Would you like some help? Yes, we have several rooms with 2 beds. Yes, we have several rooms with 2 beds. Can you become a psychologist every year? Can you become a psychologist every year? It's not the sharpest tool in the shed. It's not the sharpest tool in the shed. Wasn't she a nurse a minute ago? Wasn't she a nurse a minute ago? 4 p.m. is the object. 4 p.m. is the object. They prepare dinner for the guests. They prepare dinner for the guests. Can't we be photographers at 5 p.m.? Can't we be photographers at 5 p.m.? Do you have a suitable twin room? Do you have a suitable twin room? The cat was very fast. The cat was very fast. Can I have your signature on this document? Can I have your signature on this document? You may want to double check the address. You may want to double check the address. We had coffee together after the meeting. We had coffee together after the meeting. There is something I have to tell you. I love you. There is something I have to tell you. I love you. I will kill you when I see you. I will kill you when I see you. I will come. I will come. You could have threatened 1 night ago. You could have threatened 1 night ago. I usually go for a walk after dinner. I usually go for a walk after dinner. We were waiting for the rain to stop. We were waiting for the rain to stop. I asked him to start right away. I asked him to start right away. The lesson starts at 10 a.m. The lesson starts at 10 a.m. Were there stepmothers garbage collectors? Were there stepmothers garbage collectors? I am retired. I am retired. I do not care. I do not care. They were playing tennis when it started to get dark. They were playing tennis when it started to get dark. A new thing? A new thing? What is your business? What is your business? Where can I find the park near here? Where can I find the park near here? I'll walk the dog in the morning. I'll walk the dog in the morning. May I have your permission to leave early? May I have your permission to leave early? We learn from failure, not from success. We learn from failure, not from success. We lined up for concert tickets. We lined up for concert tickets. If I had more energy, I would go for a run. If I had more energy, I would go for a run. The house is beyond durability. The house is beyond durability. Do you have any paper towels in stock? Do you have any paper towels in stock? They take the train to go to work. They take the train to go to work. The company is expanding its product range. The company is expanding its product range. He likes to listen to music while cooking. He likes to listen to music while cooking. Would he complain? Would he complain? Can we see the menu, please? Can we see the menu, please? We hope to have a successful business venture. We hope to have a successful business venture. You met Nicole. You met Nicole. I'm going to visit my parents at the weekend. I'm going to visit my parents at the weekend. I haven't had lunch yet. I haven't had lunch yet. Impatient. Impatient. She had her dress changed by a tailor. She had her dress changed by a tailor. I go to the museum with school trips. I go to the museum with school trips. I think so too. I think so too. Can you check in one afternoon? Can you check in one afternoon? Can you contact me when you are available? Can you contact me when you are available? Also, please take a look. Also, please take a look. The skirt is too short for the dress code. The skirt is too short for the dress code. Can I return a product with missing parts? Can I return a product with missing parts? They were having dinner when we arrived. They were having dinner when we arrived. Inner face. Inner face. Aren't they painters later on? Aren't they painters later on? After 2 months, he can become a curator. After 2 months, he can become a curator. I have to finish my homework before I go out. I have to finish my homework before I go out. Can I have my pasta with a different sauce? Can I have my pasta with a different sauce? I would never, ever do this. I would never, ever do this. What should I do? What should I do? I didn't care every day. I didn't care every day. I left school at the age of 15. I left school at the age of 15. I'm lost. I'm lost. Couldn't he follow? Couldn't he follow? These are my favorite paintings. These are my favorite paintings. I'll be ready until you come to pick me up. I'll be ready until you come to pick me up. He likes to go fishing on the weekends. He likes to go fishing on the weekends. How would you like to pay for it? How would you like to pay for it? Should I get old? Should I get old? After the rain stopped, we went out. After the rain stopped, we went out. What it looks like. What it looks like. Earthquakes. Earthquakes. Company management is responsible for this decision. Company management is responsible for this decision. May I help you? May I help you? The sound is too low for him to hear properly. The sound is too low for him to hear properly. Watched the sunset on the beach. Watched the sunset on the beach. He was happy to be promoted. He was happy to be promoted. You spend too much money on clothes. You spend too much money on clothes. Outside. Outside. Rarely did I save. Rarely did I save. Do you offer sugar-free desserts? Do you offer sugar-free desserts? It started to rain heavily. It started to rain heavily. I can tell. I can tell. We need a lawyer, someone to help him. We need a lawyer, someone to help him. He was preparing dinner when the phone rang. He was preparing dinner when the phone rang. Drop by whenever you want. Drop by whenever you want. Do you have $22? Do you have $22? Should not be discussed often. Should not be discussed often. I don't notice anything special about the experience. I don't notice anything special about the experience. Can I make a reservation for a party of 6? Can I make a reservation for a party of 6? We were hiking on a mountain road. We were hiking on a mountain road. It was the least I could do. It was the least I could do. We need to organize our weekly schedule. We need to organize our weekly schedule. We watched a play in the theater. We watched a play in the theater. Would you like some tea? Would you like some tea? My car is yellow. My car is yellow. I need help with this math problem. I need help with this math problem. Later I will meet my friends for coffee. Later I will meet my friends for coffee. Can you give me a chance? Can you give me a chance? No, I'm just a kid. No, I'm just a kid. How was it? How was it? I have to divorce. I have to divorce. Can they act yearly? Can they act yearly? Season final. Season final. We were waiting in line when we saw our favorite actor. We were waiting in line when we saw our favorite actor. The window was opened by the wind. The window was opened by the wind. No, there is no charge for Wi-Fi. No, there is no charge for Wi-Fi. How much does this book cost? How much does this book cost? He drives to work every day. He drives to work every day. I am mad at you. I am mad at you. Whose friend is he? Whose friend is he? Don't miss out. Don't miss out. He studies for his exams in the evenings. He studies for his exams in the evenings. His mother consoled the boy who was seen crying in the park. His mother consoled the boy who was seen crying in the park. I do not agree. I do not agree. If you want we can start. If you want we can start. The tree was planted in the garden. The tree was planted in the garden. Will he be a banker now? Will he be a banker now? Would I step? Would I step? Not hit? Not hit? Are you ready? Are you ready? Make a to-do list. Make a to-do list. Children are playing in the park. Children are playing in the park. It will take one day. It will take one day. She was making cookies in the kitchen. She was making cookies in the kitchen. He works out in the gym. He works out in the gym. You are driving too close to the vehicle in front of you. You are driving too close to the vehicle in front of you. We are engaged. We are engaged. Wasn't that the experience 2 months ago? Wasn't that the experience 2 months ago? We also need to wash the dishes and clean the kitchen counter. We also need to wash the dishes and clean the kitchen counter. Do you have a pet? Do you have a pet? Doesn't it cost every day? Doesn't it cost every day? This pizza tastes better than the one we ate last week. This pizza tastes better than the one we ate last week. I can always explore. I can always explore. Not a weekly advocate? Not a weekly advocate? Anxiety. Anxiety. Shouldn't we be driving at dusk? Shouldn't we be driving at dusk? Moreover. Moreover. We were just sitting and getting ready to eat. We were just sitting and getting ready to eat. Students took tests in class. Students took tests in class. It is good to eat fruits and vegetables. It is good to eat fruits and vegetables. Will I stop after 2 centuries? Will I stop after 2 centuries? May I help you? May I help you? It should not lock after 3 seconds. It should not lock after 3 seconds. His grandchildren were fashion designers. His grandchildren were fashion designers. We will work until morning. We will work until morning. I found my keys. I found my keys. 3 years later, isn't he a stickman? 3 years later, isn't he a stickman? Will he lose every month? Will he lose every month? Did they stretch? Did they stretch? He prefers to work alone rather than in a group. He prefers to work alone rather than in a group. He cooked dinner for his family. He cooked dinner for his family. So, what do you do for a living? So, what do you do for a living? He will start his own business next year. He will start his own business next year. Am I not reflecting? Am I not reflecting? 20% off. 20% off. Won't I suffer last year? Won't I suffer last year? Does it harvest after 1 second? Does it harvest after 1 second? I love going shopping for new clothes. I love going shopping for new clothes. My favorite color is blue because it reminds me of the ocean. My favorite color is blue because it reminds me of the ocean. Have you seen a good art exhibition lately? Have you seen a good art exhibition lately? The overflowing water caused the basement to flood. The overflowing water caused the basement to flood. Be understanding. Be understanding. Are they relatives? Are they relatives? Did not answer soon. Did not answer soon. It's our turn. It's our turn. Not an acrobat after one night. Not an acrobat after one night. Why are you going to the gym? Because I want to stay in shape. Why are you going to the gym? Because I want to stay in shape. I don't want to say anything to anyone. I don't want to say anything to anyone. Is your niece a decorator? Is your niece a decorator? I shouldn't measure. I shouldn't measure. Her neighbor was a model. Her neighbor was a model. Before becoming a nurse, she volunteered at the hospital for years. Before becoming a nurse, she volunteered at the hospital for years. We can visit the museum tomorrow. We can visit the museum tomorrow. Together they can start a new business. Together they can start a new business. Isn't he a locksmith every month? Isn't he a locksmith every month? Her mother-in-law is a hydrologist. Her mother-in-law is a hydrologist. Have you ever swam in the ocean? Have you ever swam in the ocean? Rarely will he care. Rarely will he care. You need to make a follow-up appointment. You need to make a follow-up appointment. Isabel has the most grapes. Isabel has the most grapes. There is some sugar in the bowl. There is some sugar in the bowl. Where is all your money? Where is all your money? No, it doesn't have. No, it doesn't have. They had been married for 25 years before they decided to renew their vows. They had been married for 25 years before they decided to renew their vows. These days. These days. Can you recommend a good book to read? Can you recommend a good book to read? There was no printing. There was no printing. Whose is this room? Whose is this room? Intensive care. Intensive care.